general, knowing where you stand is pretty easy these days, right? From tracking how many steps we take every day to getting our credit score with the touch of a button. But knowing where you stand with retirement can be a little more complicated. Thankfully, we have Ohio's retirement coach, Greg Taylor, here to explain. Happy Monday, Greg.
Happy Monday.
All right, these are pressing general retirement questions we're going to ask you. We need your expertise. Okay, we're going to start with this one. Tracking my 401k balance is easy, right? Most of us can go online and do that. But what's the best way to make projections for my retirement with all the other components, like my Social Security and maybe a pension?
Well, that's a great question because most people don't really have any idea. Yes, you can do a little bit of math, but looking forward and saying, okay, not just how much do I need to save, but what might my income look like in 10 years or in 15 years or in 20 years? And the best way to do that is to have a pre-retirement income plan done just so you can project. And also with that pre-retirement income plan, you also want to look at what might my taxes look like on that income. So how much of it am I actually going to be able to keep and use so I can enjoy my retirement?
Okay, yeah, that's a big one, the taxes. And we tend to maybe we just want to deny the tax part, but that's a big portion of what happens in retirement.
It is, and you have to think about, as far as taxes are concerned, there's a real possibility that they might be higher than they are today.
Sure.
You have to think about that.
Okay, all right, Greg, number 2. This viewer says, I'm 59. I just inherited my father's IRA worth more than $250,000. What is the best way to integrate this into my current retirement assets?
Well, with inheriting an IRA, as long as you don't take the check in a big lump sum, then you can create what's called an inherited IRA or a stretch IRA, so-called because you get to stretch out the inheritance over your life expectancy, so you don't have to pay tax on it all up front. Now, that can be integrated into your income plan. That can cause you to know, okay, wow, if I have to take out 5% of this $250,000, then that's going to be, what is that, $1,250 or $12,500 rather over the year. So that could be added. So that's roughly $1,000 a month or a little over that you can plan on as part of your income for retirement. As long as you set it up right, you won't have to pay tax on the whole thing.
Right, and that can make a big difference, $1,000.
Oh, sure.
That's big. All right, number 3, Greg. I have a variable annuity from a long time ago, but I want to get out of it. What are my options?
Well, you could just cash it out, but any growth on it would have to have tax paid on it if you do cash it out. Or you can do what's called a 1035 exchange, which means you can exchange it into another annuity that you might like better, maybe one that doesn't have the high fees of a variable annuity, or maybe one that doesn't take all the risk that you might find in a variable annuity. So you could do that. You could exchange it for another variable annuity, although I'm not quite sure why anyone would ever do that.
Right, if they want out of it, there's probably a reason right behind that.
But those are some options. If the annuity happens to be an IRA, then you have all the world of options without paying tax up front. You can roll it into any IRA. It could be an IRA at the bank. It could be an IRA in a brokerage account. It could be in stock. It could be in a whole host of different places.
Right, and I think the biggest thing with that is somebody who has this maybe doesn't realize there are so many other options out there.
That's true.
All right, ask the coach question for Greg. How often should I update my wills and trusts?
Well, certainly you want to make sure that they're up to date as far as your wishes are concerned. So you want to make sure that maybe if you had a new grandchild, or something dramatic happened in your family. So if you had a situation where now you have a child that you feel like may need some help managing assets, should something happen to you, now you might want to update to a trust where that trust can then carry on your wishes after you're gone. But I would say every 3 to 5 years you want to have it reviewed, not necessarily updated, but you want to make sure everything is up to date and that your wishes are going to be carried out, because that is the real reason to have those documents.
Right, and obviously with life-changing developments, if you have a child, like you say, a grandchild, anything with that, you're going to want to look into it to make sure everything's updated.
Oh, sure, and also if maybe you've got someone that's going to be guardian of your children.
Oh, sure.
And maybe this person no longer would fit that description for you. Now you want to update those documents to make sure that your wishes are going to be carried out.
Okay, best advice always, Greg. And if you have a question for Greg, please email him. He would be so happy to answer it right here on the show. It is questions@ohiosretirementcoach.com. All right, as a retirement advisor, there's one question Greg says he gets asked most often, probably every day, multiple times a day. Chances are you're wondering the exact same thing, so we'll tell you what it is coming up next.